Hey there, Kyle back with another one. Today I just want to go over a quick video I made on what it looks like when the walls are open and you can get some cabling behind the walls, like this called a pre-wire. So if you can do a pre-wire and you're either doing, maybe you're building a new home or you have a major renovation going on where you can, or you maybe there's an unfinished basement or something like that. You got the walls open, you can run some cabling. It's always nice to get hardwired devices in place whenever possible. You don't have to worry about batteries. There's very little upkeep, and there's no, yeah, basically they're cheaper as well. There's a bunch of good reasons to have hardwired devices whenever possible. So we'll go through this video, and in this video I also go through some audio. This house had an audio system as well, so I kind of show some speaker wires going up into some in-ceiling speakers and that type of thing as well. So yeah, hope you get some value from it, and let me know if you have questions down below. In the description I'll have some other links for you as well. Anyway, it's all good, and hope you get some value, and we'll see you on the next
Hey guys, this is Kyle with securedsurrounding.com, and today I just wanted to do a video about just a home pre-wire for security and some audio in this place as well. So we'll start just by showing you what we do for security here. So I'm just basically brought some wires down to the basement from here, and then we're going up, staple everything up, make sure it looks nice and clean. And for our keypads, typically what we'll do is just put a nail out there. That way the drywallers know where they're going to stick the wire out for us. And if we keep coming up and around, up and over, and then came down here, this is just for our door contact. So ideally the doors, would be hung, and we could just go in and drill through and then basically put our contact in, and just finish everything up. But if the doors haven't been hung yet, you can leave it like that, and then they'll hang the doors. And there's a little gap in between where they put shims in to shim the door, and then the wiring just goes in there, and you can drill through, put your contact in, and then drill into the door to put your magnet in. So yeah, that's basically that. And then we've also got, looking down into the garage here, there's also a garage man door. I did the same thing over there for a door contact, and keypad there. And coming across, we have actually another keypad going up for the front door here. And same thing with this door contact. We came down, just make sure you staple it in and it looks nice and clean. And one thing is to make sure you leave yourself quite a good gap between your wiring and where the drywall is going to go. That way, if a drywall screw misses, it's not going to, pierce your wire and make it so you can't use that. Over here, in the back door, we did the same thing. We've got door contact wiring there. For here, we also ran the audio in this house is a multi-room Rust sound system. So we've run a trunk of a speaker cable as well, a couple speaker cables, and then those go down in with a bunch of other ones. There is some RG6 cabling here too that is going, and some Cat 5. The Cat 5 is running to some Rust sound keypads. One, this is a dual gang, so one is going to be for the outside, one is going to be for the kitchen here. And then I ran RG6 across. There's a couple RG6 coming out at the kitchen counter here, and that is going to be that's going to go into a 1/8 pin to listen to music on plug it into a phone or an iPod or an iPad or something. A couple more speaker wires coming up here two of these speaker wires are going out to the deck, and then two of them come around into the kitchen area here. And we use these recessed lighting vapor barrier boots so that when the attic gets insulated, whether it's a blown-in insulation or even the spray foam, you can still put your speaker up in there, and you're not gonna, you know, there's not gonna be blown-in insulation everywhere and spray foam or whatever they're using. And then just try to match it up. The pot lights aren't in yet, but try to match your speakers up in a line with the lights that are going up. That way everything looks symmetrical. There's another one over here. Another speaker just for the other side of the kitchen. And then I've also tried to match that one up with the pot light here. And we'll take a walk down. And what do we got here? This is our motion detector. Did the same thing as we do with the keypads. That way the drywallers can just put the case, stick the cable out, and then that went into the basement there. And for the master bathroom, we've got another vapor barrier boot here. This is a single point. It's a single point speaker, so there's a left and a right, so I just pulled two cables up to this one. I tried to match it up with where the vent is going to be going there. We've got our Cat 5 coming to a Rust Sound keypad, and with speaker wire, it's okay to use staples like either 10mm or 14mm staples for your security wire. But if you use those with a Cat 5, a lot of times you'll pinch the wire and then it'll just kind of short it out, and it's not going to be usable. So what I like to do is just put a electrical staple in with a zip tie and just zip tie it to that electrical staple. Do the same thing down here, and then just pull it tight. Make sure you leave yourself enough room, and that's the best way to go for RG6 or Cat 5 or speaker wire. Let's head downstairs now. And for the main area in the basement here, we're not going with a Rust Sound system. The homeowner has a Bose 5.1 system. So we just ran some speaker wire for them. To your front left, there's front right over there, and everything. There's a couple RG6 going to the main Rust Sound system, and then down the wall. So there's going to be 4 speaker cables here and 2 RG6, and then what I've done is I've just put a vapor barrier, a low voltage ring in with kind of a vapor barrier boot behind it. That way when they insulate and vapor barrier this wall, we can just tuck tape around and everything will be vapor barriered correctly. And the 2 RG6s here, they are going to be going to an optical adapter, and then that optical adapter will go into an AirPlay, what's it called, those Apple AirPlay things, and then the homeowner can you know, pull up their music wirelessly anywhere around the house on their phone or their iPad or anything. So the audio wires, same thing we did upstairs. You can just stick it out so that the drywallers can just put a nail in it there, and they know where to pop the hole out, the cable. And then we ran across the joist here with our speaker wires, and then this is our back right, and over here is our back left. And we've got a couple windows down here. I ran some window contacts. To these windows. Typically for downstairs, a lot of times we won't put a contact on on the downstairs windows, and we'll just put 1 or 2 motions down here that cover the stairs. That way we know if anyone tried to break in the basement that and head upstairs, that we know the motion detector is going to get them. So, oh yeah, one other thing is we've got a trunk line here. It's good to have all your wiring. It makes it look nice and clean if you have all your wiring head to one main trunk going down. In this situation, I just use the holes in the joist here. But if you know there's going to be a bulkhead somewhere, you can just run down the bottom of these, or if it's going to be a drop ceiling or something like that, it does make it look nice and clean to just run down in a straight line. But I wasn't sure about this home, so I just ran everything in the it's going to be a smoke relay there for smoke detector, and then just run everything through nice and clean, and then that heads over to our head end. So our head end comes down, and we have all the security coming in just above head height here, and then everything runs down for our speaker wires, our RG6, our Cat5. Everything runs down to a low voltage box, and then down the bottom in this box we'll just use a downspout to make it look nice and clean for finishing. And yeah, there we go. There's all our wiring here. This is the downstairs bathroom. There's a single point speaker here as well, so ran 2 cables there. This one is it's not being insulated up there, so you don't need your vapor barrier boot. Rust sound keypad for Cat5 there, and then this is also 2 RG6 that's going to go into adapt into a 1/8 pin so that they can plug their phone in or their iPod. That's basically it for this rough-in. I don't think I missed too much here, but if you have any questions, just let me know right in the comments below, and I'll try and get back to you if you have any specific questions. Or you can head over to securedsurrounding.com and send some questions there, and take a look at what other things we've got going on. We've got a bunch of training videos and articles and stuff. So yeah, thanks very much for watching, and have a good day. See ya.
Okay, so that was the pre-wire for security and audio in a home that was being built there. Hope you got a little bit of value from it, and kind of saw how we run some of this security system wiring and cameras and that type of thing. What I'll do is I think I'll put up next house I pre-wire. Maybe I'll bring a camera with me and do a little updated video on different things like wiring to the TVs and wiring for speakers and maybe cameras and stuff like that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you like these type of videos, and I'll keep trying to put them up as quick as I can. And that's all good. Appreciate it. Thanks very much, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks.